Peace, Casey here, and I want to speak to my Capricorn risings. So Pluto is transiting your second house for the next 20 years. Buckle up, okay? This time is all about your inner value system, money, resources, and this is gonna be a fun time because Pluto is here to go deep, deep, deep into those systems and show you what you're working with, right? With Pluto transiting your second house, you have to get ready for life to take on a whole new meaning. This is a time of intense and thorough self-examination. At this time, you're gonna start to change how you relate to yourself, how you relate to other people. You're gonna have a reevaluation of your value systems, morals, and what matters most to you. As Pluto is transiting your second house, you may first experience a breakdown. Like first it may be like, oh man, everything feels meaningless. I don't feel like I have a sense of purpose. I don't know what I want. Everything that once used to work for me before this transit is no longer working. And just know that that's Pluto messing with you a little bit. And it's just a time to start to pull out what no longer is working for you, you know? Like first it might have been a thing where it's like, I like to do this thing. I like to go here. These people mean something to me, you know? And now it's like, all of a sudden things have lost their meaning. And that's just Pluto being like, hey, maybe it's time to change up what meant things to you at first. And now it's time to make other things mean things to you. It's just showing you, hey, these things that mattered to you at first, and for a long time, maybe for the last 20 years, they're kind of shifting now. And that's actually normal. It's part of our evolutionary process as human beings. Like we have to change, we have to grow. I know sometimes things seem fixed, like it's just meant for things to stay this way, but they're not necessarily fixed. Like it's just, we may be stuck on things for a moment of time at a certain period of time, but it's okay for things to change and grow as we age. That's all this evolutionary journey is about. Let's get more refined. Let's change. Let's go in this direction because life is all about exploring. So really with Pluto in your second house, it's just exploring the ways in which things mean something to you, right? Just know that this may come with some inner conflict as well. So you may just be like, oh man, like why am I just feeling like this aversion to things that once mattered to me? I don't like what I used to like. I'm not attracted to what I used to be attracted to. I don't want to make money in the way that I once made money. And that's Pluto, you know? And so you should take time to sit down and examine. So also during this time with Pluto transiting your second house, Capricorn risings, some of you guys may experience a loss of a job, a loss of a partnership, a loss of a marriage. And if these things are coming to an end, it's just indicating that it's time for things to get shooken up a little bit so that you can change your direction, so that your values can start to change and the way that you relate to yourself and other people can begin to change. Let this process happen. It won't be comfortable. It won't feel good. Pluto isn't here to make you feel good. Pluto is here to go deep, deep down to the core of everything that you ever felt like you were and show you that you can also be something else. It's okay to question what once meant something to you, and it's okay to change that meaning now that this evolutionary cycle is starting to happen. This shift is starting to happen. Because what'll happen is if you don't listen to Pluto and you don't change, karma could occur. So now all of a sudden you're stuck in a partnership you don't want to be in. You're stuck in a job that you don't want to be in. You're giving value to things that don't even feel like it has value anymore. You'll be living a life from a lower vibrational place. So Pluto is here if you are experiencing those things so that you can change those things. You know, now for the people that do feel like they're in love with their job and their values and things are aligned, then you could also be rewarded with a raise. You know, this is a time for a possible marriage or a new phase in your relationship with your person. This is a time to really celebrate your assets and values because Pluto is here to just ensure that everything that is happening when it comes to who you are as a person is in alignment. And if it is in alignment, it's here to even boost that alignment even more. Right now, this can be a time of questioning, even feeling like you are in the midst of an identity crisis, like who am I? What is life? What is going on? Pluto is happening for the next 20 years. That's what's going on. That's it. If your job starts to wobble and shift a little bit, or you start to have conflict within the workplace, are you really enjoying this job anyway? Or could you use a relocation of work? You know, can you use a sit down with your partnership and talk about that thing that's been in the back of your mind and deep buried down into your heart? You know, maybe you're people pleasing, or maybe, you know, you're just allowing the same thing to slide, or I mean, maybe you're the problem and your partner needs to talk to you. But whatever's happening at this time, don't fret. This is the time of that, because we need to release it and we need to grow and have a better interaction with our life and the substance and the weight and value of our lives. So this can also be a lucky time for some Capricorn risings, with being rewarded with like money, a raise, a recognition. This is a time that if you have been working hard up until this point, you can be recognized for everything that you've been doing up until this point. So be prepared to be celebrated, because you deserve it, and congratulations. So lastly, another thing that can happen during this shift is inner isolation. You can just feel like, man, don't nothing resonate no more. I don't feel like I relate to people the same anymore. I'm bumping heads with people. I don't feel fulfilled at my job. Like, it is causing you to retreat within your shell, retreat within your home, retreat within your safe space. Allow that process to happen and just listen to that intuition, listen to that inner wisdom, that inner guidance, because it knows exactly what you need. It'll take you exactly where you're meant to be if you allow this process to happen and allow yourself to transform, allow yourself to be reborn at this time, because this is a time for that. This is a time for Pluto to show you exactly who you are. So good luck on your journey, and be easy on yourself, all right? All right, peace and love. Casey, out.